Okay, cool. All right, there we go. Let's go.
All right, eminent domain.
There it is. Okay, what do you know about eminent domain?
All right, so eminent domain is when the government can take your property, but they have to pay you.
Good. So this is a government right. What are the 4 government rights?
That's going to be Pete.
Okay, what does Pete stand for?
Police power, eminent domain, taxation, and SG.
So can we tick this one off?
Taxation.
Yep, it's one of the 4 government powers.
Yep.
Get that out of there. All right. Okay. Tell me what you know about this here.
Novation.
Yep.
Nova means new, so it's a new contract.
Good. What is this? Codicil.
Oh, shoot. You can codicil a will, correct?
So codicil is just an amendment to something. So
Oh, it's amendment.
a novation's a new contract. Codicil is just like an addition.
Okay.
Okay, what's this? Value.
Value is, there's 4 elements of value, correct?
Yes, what are they?
Scarcity.
Good.
Stud.
Okay, what does that stand for?
Scarcity. Transferability.
Good.
Use.
No. Well, I
Oh.
guess you could say that. Yeah, no, that's okay. That's okay. I was going to say utility. I guess it's the same thing.
Okay, utility, use, and the D is going to be scarcity, transferability, use, and oh shoot,
Demand.
Demand. Gosh.
Okay, gotta know that one.
Okay.
All right. So scarcity, transferability, utility, demand. Okay. So is cost an element of value?
No.
Good. All right. All right, here we go. What do you know about a sublease?
Okay, so a sublease is when a lessee can sign their lease over to somebody else, but they're still responsible to the landlord.
Okay. So here's how I want you to remember it. It transfers possession, but not responsibility.
Transfers. Okay.
Okay.
Transfer.
And it's also the same as this here. A sandwich lease. You ever heard of that?
I do remember reading it, but I don't really know about it.
It's the same as a sublease.
Okay.
All right? It's the same thing. Like you're sandwiched in the middle.
Okay. So you're still tied to the property.
Yeah, well, in the form,
the
you're
lease.
still a tenant. Yeah.
Okay.
Bilateral contract.
Bilateral contract is promise for a promise.
Can you give me an example of one?
A listing.
Boom. Excellent. Good. Title.
Title is evidence of ownership.
Good. Can you give me ways you could take title?
Oh, man. Let's see how you can take title. I'll
I'll give you a hint. You could take it with somebody else or with other people. What's it called when you take it by yourself?
severality.
Severalty. Good. What's it called when you
Severalty.
take it with other people?
Commingling. Oh, no. Concurrent.
Concurrent. Good. There's different types of concurrent estates. Do you know what they are?
Joint tenancy and tenancy in common.
Bang. Excellent. Good. All right. We're going to go back to those in a little bit. All right.
Okay. This is awesome.
What's this?
The net lease is when the lessee has to not only pay the rent, but they also have to pay the utilities and everything else that comes with it.
Good. It's also known as a triple net lease.
Triple net. Okay.
Okay?
Now, are these words going to be on the exam? Triple
Yes.
net? Oh, they will.
Yes. But remember,
Okay.
triple net's not the technical term. The technical term is a net lease. The only reason they call it triple net lease is tax, insurance, and maintenance.
Oh, the three things
Yeah,
you're in
so
charge.
industry slang, they say triple net. But really, a net lease just refers to the tenant pays for everything.
Tenant pays for everything. Okay.
How big is an acre?
43,560 feet.
What's a commercial acre?
Commercial acre. Ooh, 40. Commercial acre. I don't know.
It's just the acre minus street curves and sidewalks.
Acre minus curbs and sidewalks.
Think of it as the buildable land you could build for business.
Okay, so it's basically the dirt that you're going to build on.
Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking like that. Like a commercial acre means you can't really build something on the sidewalk, so it doesn't count in their calculations.
Okay.
What's steering?
Steering is when it's illegal.
It is illegal. Good.
And it's like when you steer clients or people away from like affluent areas.
Well, it's basically when anytime you say, "Oh, you're one of those people. You shouldn't live there. Let me take you to a place where your people live."
So you're steering them in the direction that you feel that they should live.
Based upon nothing except like their cultural background.
So it's stereotyping.
It's violation of fair housing.
Yeah, fair housing. Okay.
Yeah. What's this one?
That's when you that's like blockbusting, right?
Yes, it is.
And you basically hype up owners of property to tell them that these people are moving in, so you need to sell.
Exactly. Good. Just like it is steering for buyers is with sellers. It's saying you better sell because those people are moving to town. You don't want to live by them, do you?
Okay, yeah.
So, and once again, violation of fair housing.
Is that the same as blockbusting or no?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Good. All right. And panic selling too. I think I just said that though.
Right.
All right. Interim loan.
Interim loan is for developers, and it's during the building process they would get an interim. It's like a short-term loan.
Bang. Perfect. Well done. Okay. Principal regression.
Principal regression. That's going to be the obsolescence, like an obsolescence, isn't it?
Too fancy.
Okay, so principal regression is going to be, hey,
God.
there's your mom.
Jesus, really? Sorry.
Sorry. Principle of regression is going to be like if you own a $1 million house and new houses are selling for $500,000.
Good. The property goes down in value.
For the other properties around you, correct?
No, it targets your property.
Your property. Oh, okay. So whatever the cost of the homes next to you, it devalues your home.
Right. I'm sorry. Let me just. All right. Voidable contract.
Okay, so this is the three. This is I'm good on this. I think so. You have valid, void, voidable, and void.
Okay. Good.
Voidable is like it's like if you go to buy a house that was blue and you go and it's green.
Yeah.
The contract is voidable, but you can still buy it if you like the house green.
Good. Okay. So you got voidable, that blue house, green house. Give me a void.
A void is a void contract is like if you're not legally competent, or if you're not competent, or if you're a minor, or
minor's voidable.
Oh, it's voidable.
Yeah. So void, to use a more extreme example, I give the example of buying the house in, what's that movie where that show where the teacher becomes like sells the drugs?
God. Breaking
Breaking
Bad.
Bad. Breaking Bad. Here you go.
Yeah. So if if you're doing something illegal,
Good.
it's void.
Exactly. Good. Exactly.
That's the only way that it could be void, correct?
Well, no. If it lacks in the four essentials, you said mutual assent, capable of parties, lawful object.
Yeah.
Right. All those.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Here we go. What's a deed?
Let's see. There's title is evidence of ownership, and a deed is legal.
Evidence of transfer.
Evidence of transfer.
Good. Got to remember that. Deed's evidence of the transfer.
So a title is evidence of ownership. Deed is evidence of
transfer. Excellent.
Why would you, when a deed, like you would transfer it to another party?
Yeah. So deed just shows the transaction, like a receipt when you go to the store.
So a trust deed is the deed is going to the trustee.
Exactly.
Okay.
Legal title is being transferred to the trustee.
Yes, and
it's
the trustor
evidence of that transfer. And then because of that transfer, which is the trust deed, they end up legal title, which is the ownership.
Okay, and once it's paid off, then they get a letter of reconvenience.
They pay off the bank. The bank sends the trustee a request for reconveyance, and the trustee sends the reconveyance deed, which is once again another type of evidence of transfer.
Okay, and so that the evidence of reconveyance would now be a legal title to the trustor.
Yeah.
After it's paid off.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. What's this one?
Functional obsolescence is going to be something that it's going to be like a 4-bedroom house with a 1-car garage.
Good. Excellent. General lien.
General lien is going to be, well, shoot. Let's see. General lien. Oh, is that like a judgment lien?
Good. That's an example of one.
Okay.
Well, what does it mean?
That you have an encumbrance.
It means that you go after all your property.
A general lien goes after all your property.
Yes.
Okay. Who goes after all the property? The lender?
Well, it's not always a lender. You said judgment lien. That has nothing to do with a loan.
Oh, yeah, true.
Judgment liens mean you lost in court.
Okay. Judgment lien.
Cloud on title.
Cloud on title is going to be like a mechanic's lien.
Well, what is a cloud on title?
It means that there's the cloud or the title is not clean. It means that there's something on the title from it being
ownership is not clear.
Ownership is not clear.
Right. Okay. Redlining.
Redlining is for lenders, like when lenders redlining. Let's see. That's when the lenders can't. Oh shoot! I can't think of the word.
They discriminate by not lending certain areas based on ethnic composition.
Right. Okay. So it's redlining is they don't lend. Okay.
Okay. Unilateral contract.
A unilateral contract is going to be one person.
Okay, can you give an example of a unilateral contract? And it's not one person, it's one promise.
Or one promise, right.
There's always two people. You know.
Right.
You know.
A unilateral contract is like if you have a like an open listing.
Good, exactly. Good, because you promise to pay, but the brokers don't have to look for anything.
Correct.
Good. Constructive fraud.
Constructive fraud is It's when you. It's like if the seller doesn't tell you something, or it's lying, but you didn't know you're lying.
Okay.
Kind of, sort of.
No, you're good. You're good. Puffing.
Puffing is exaggerating,
Excellent.
like making
Good.
the house bigger than what it is.
Avulsion.
Avulsion is the sudden tearing away of land, like
Excellent.
a dam breaking.
Nice. Commingling.
That's when a lender places personal money into an account, into a trust account.
Good. Bundle of rights.
Those are the rights that you have as the owner of property.
Good.
And bundle of rights, that's like to use, to sell, to will.
The right to use, possess, dispose, and encumber.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to do something here. We want to get as many words done as we can, right? All right, good. Okay, so just tell me about the word you see in the middle, okay? In that circle.
Okay.
Sound a little better, makes it all a little more clear.
Yes.
And there's our first one in the circle.
Okay, so fee simple estate is going to be fee simple estate. That's like when you own property. It's like a life tenant.
Whoa.
Oh.
You're doing good. Okay, so you got your less than freehold estates and freehold estates, right?
Right.
There's 3 types of freehold estates. Do you know what they are?
Yeah, there's fee absolute.
So that's the same as fee simple. So fee simple absolute.
Okay, and then fee defeasible.
Good.
And that's like when you have some kind of restriction and they go against your restriction, you can take it back.
Good. It's actually a condition, not a restriction. So
or condition.
Yeah.
And then the last one is life tenant.
Good. Life estate. Excellent.
Life estate.
Okay, so fee simple is the one with a maximum degree of ownership.
Right.
All right.
Lis pendis, that means that there's a cloud on the title.
What does lease pendant stand for?
Oh.
It's Latin for?
It's Latin for lawsuit pending.
Good. Gotta know that one.
Okay, Liz, hold on. I need to write that down. Gosh. So that means that there's a lawsuit on, like, the title.
Right, and that comes up when people try and sell it. In escrow, if somebody files a lease pendant, escrow can't close. It's essentially somebody saying, I'm suing you because it's not your right to sell this.
Okay. Down zoning is like going. It's a zoning law, and it's going like a commercial to a residential.
Good, excellent.
Lien money.
So lien just means you owe money, right?
Correct. Escheat is when the government, if you die without a will or any heirs, the government takes your property.
Good. And we went over the 4 government powers. Can you tell me what they are?
Police power, eminent domain, taxation, and escheat.
Excellent. Good.
Fiduciary is what you owe to your clients.
Good. It's putting their interests above your own.
Right. Honesty, loyalty, responsibility. Zoning is a police power.
Good.
It's for the health, welfare,
So that's what police power is. Police power is the government's right to ensure the health, welfare, and safety of the community.
Okay.
Zoning just makes sure you live by property that's appropriate for your property.
Oh yeah, that's like the living next door to a gas station.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. An exclusive listing is going to be when you exclusive. Is this the one? This is when when a seller hires you. You have an employment contract, but if he finds the buyer, you do not get commission.
No.
No.
Okay, so you got your exclusive listings. There's two types of exclusive listings: exclusive right to sell and exclusive agency. What you described is one of the types of exclusive listings.
Oh, exclusive agency.
Yes, you described exclusive agency. So exclusive listing, all that means is one broker.
Okay. And then the exclusive right to sell is you're getting commission no matter what.
Exactly. Good. Which makes it a bilateral contract.
Okay. Title insurance is what you need or buy to make sure that the title is clean.
Good.
Protection period clause, safety clause is protecting the broker slash agent that if they find a buyer within the time frame of the listing, it's protecting them so that they still receive commission.
Close. So you have a listing for 90 days, okay?
Mm-hmm.
On the 88th day, you find a buyer. You say, I found this buyer. However, that buyer is not going to be in town until next week after the listing expires. Do you get paid?
Yes.
Why?
Because you found it within the 90 days.
Right. And then, so can that buyer close the deal like 3 months later?
Yes.
No.
No.
So what you do is you write in this thing called the protection period clause, a duration of time to close deals with buyers you found during the term of the listing. Typically, it's about 2 weeks.
Okay.
All right, so you would write down like Bill, okay? So I found Bill during the listing, and you have 2 weeks to close a deal with Bill.
Okay.
So that's not a time to find new buyers. It's a time to close deals with people you've had during the term of the listing.
Okay. So it's independent. You're basically with one buyer you found, they're going to.
Well, it's whoever you write down. You submit a list, and the listing ends.
Oh, okay. Mechanics lien is when work is is performed on a property, and you do not pay. They can file a mechanics lien.
Good.
Principle of progression is when you remodel or you do something to bring value to your home.
Well, it's when your home's around other nicer homes. So you buy a crappy home in a nice area, the value goes up.
Okay. Voluntary lien is like it's you volunteering money, like a mortgage or a trust, or like a mortgage.
Good. Excellent.
Yeah, this is the most common, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so this is when a broker agent has an exclusive a listing, and no matter what happens, they receive commission. Fair Housing Act, was that 1968?
Excellent. Good. And what is it?
And that's where you cannot discriminate for race, gender, age.
Okay, good.
Gross lease is going to be when a gross lease is just where the lessee pays the rent and the landlord pays everything else.
Yeah, it's
Like,
your standard. It's when you just pay a set amount.
right, and the landlord's in charge of repairs and taxes and all that.
Good.
Okay. The Antitrust Act, Sherman Antitrust Act, is for lenders that they can't. Shoot, I just read this. It means that like two lenders can't go in and like change the. I can't. What is it?
It's there to create free market competition.
Okay.
All right? Free market. So meaning that we can't like get together and say, let's not talk to the new agent. Screw that guy, right? And all of us join to kind of bully him out.
Okay.
Right? Or you can't say everybody charge 6%. We all charge 6%. That's what it is. Like you can't say that it's standard that everybody charge 6%.
Okay. So it's
Like
free
price fixing. Price fixing is an example of violation of Sherman Antitrust Act.
Okay, price fixing. Okay. Fixture is going to be something that's fixed, or it's Maria.
Okay, what does Maria stand for?
Method of attachment, adaptability, responsible party.
Relationship.
Relationship, yeah. Intention.
Good.
And the A is adaptability, and then I forget what the last A is.
Agreement.
Agreement between parties.
Exactly. Good.
Okay. So a fixture would be like the chandelier, something that's attached to the property, correct?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Okay. It's personal property that becomes real property.
Okay. Now, a fixture would, like a pool cover, be a fixture?
Yes, it would.
Okay. All right. Stated sufferance is for a less freehold estate. It's when a lease ends and the tenant stays in the property and the landlord is suffering because he's not receiving any rent.
Good.
Specific lien would be a lien that is, it's like a mechanic's lien is a specific lien.
Good, meaning if you don't pay it, they can only take one thing specifically, your property. Whereas a general lien, they can come after everything.
And when you say everything, like
your car.
Oh, okay.
Like
general. Everything. Okay, and specific is what they're going at. Okay. That is to state is it's a living will.
It just means you're dying with the will. Intestate's without a will.
Okay, yeah. Testate is with a will. Okay, yeah. Void contract is going to be if it's against the law.
Right, it lacks one of those four essential elements of a contract.
Four essential, yeah, and lawful object, and I need to memorize this. Okay. Negative amortization is going to be when you're making payments on the principal, but the interest is higher than the principal.
Yeah, so really simple. The payments do not cover the interest.
Okay, payments. Yeah. Okay.
Okay? Like your debt goes up. That's another way to say it. Your debt
Right. So you're making payments, and you don't see anything like.
go down. Your debt goes up.
Right. Okay. And when would that be negative? Like, what's an example?
Well,
Is that?
a lot of people did it when the market crashed years ago.
Uh-huh.
But really, it's only meant if you want the property for a very short period of time. Like construction people who are going to build it and get rid of it, like you better have a real specific plan. It's not
Okay.
good for your average buyer to do, which is
Okay.
why so many people got in trouble with it.
Okay.
Okay, so we should know that one now.
All right. So essentials of a valid contract. I forget what the mnemonic was. Is there a mnemonic for this one?
Not really.
Okay. So this is lawful object,
Good.
capable party,
Yep. Mutual consent.
mutual consent, and I forget the last.
Are you doing this for free?
No.
So what's that called? Consideration.
Consideration.
Okay, it's got mutual consent, lawful object, capable parties, and consideration. Gotta know that one.
Okay. A joint tenancy is when it's to tip,
Good. What does that stand for?
time, title, interest, and possession.
Yep.
And that's when you have two or more that have equal.
Good. And they also have the right of survivorship. You want to remember
Right.
that.
Right of survivorship, so that if they die, one person dies, the other two tenants get it.
Right.
Okay. An easement runs with the land.
Good.
And
Not always. Not always. An
not always.
appurtenant easement does.
Okay. So that appurtenant easement is
What's
like
an easement? Just tell me what an easement is.
an easement is a right that a property owner has.
It's the right to cross somebody's property.
Yeah, a right to cross somebody's property. So, like if you're landlocked,
Well, just remember that. Just remember right to cross somebody's property. So there's different
Okay.
reasons you'd have it. The important thing is you got to remember this term dominant and servient tenement.
Right.
Do you know what those are?
Yeah. Dominant is when a person is dominant means that you are receiving something. Like dominant means you're dominating. You're getting something.
The easement rights.
Right. The easement rights.
So you have the right to cross. Servient is serving their purpose. So servient tenement is the one being crossed.
Okay. So So the dominant, it's dominating, and the servient is suffering.
Good.
Okay. Surrender is when you voluntarily give something up.
Yeah, give up your rights. When you surrender a lease, you're getting rid of the lease.
Right. Percentage lease is going to be when a lessee pays not only the rent, but they have to pay a percentage of the gross amount that they make.
Good.
The American with Disabilities Act is for it's like the right for the disabled.
Good. So that's 1990 Act. It's an amendment to the Fair Housing Act, and basically, it's the reason you have ramps in like commercial property. That basically
Okay.
says all property is for the public, must be accessible to the entire public.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yes. Will they ask dates?
If they do, it's 1990. If they do.
Okay. Condemnation is it's different than condemned, and it's going to be shoot. Is this has to do with subordinate and
No, so
subrogate?
the eminent domain, the government's right to take the property.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that has eminent domain, and that's when they take your property.
Yeah, that's the action of taking the property.
The active. Okay. Plottage is for plottage is that has to do with
It's when you bring two properties together to increase the value.
right.
I use the example of 1 + 1 = 3.
Right.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so you're adding, so it would be adding a something smaller to a bigger piece of property?
Could be equal.
Okay.
Think of it more like you have a store and you have a parking lot. Separately, they're worth something, but together they're worth a lot more.
Okay. And plottage goes with what was the other? There's something else that plottage goes with, correct?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, keep
okay.
this one simple.
Okay.
It goes when you discuss value and appraisal, but you want to keep it simple.
Okay.
All right. This time you're sounding a little like woof right now because we banged through a ton of them.
Yeah.
It's getting close to 3.
Yeah.
So let me know. Do you have any other questions?
Let's see. I have questions written down.
Okay.
The TILA. TILA?
Yeah.
That like the RESPA?
That's Truth in Lending.
Truth in Lending Act.
Yes. It means that, you ever heard the term APR?
Yes.
That's part of Truth in Lending. It means you got to be honest about disclosure of percentages.
Okay, and so that's why, like, if someone has a billboard and they just have the APR, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. RESPA has to do with settlement services.
Okay.
Okay? I mean, you can't do kickbacks. All right. What else you got?
What else? All right. Well, yeah. If I come up with anything else, I'll hit you up, and Monday morning at 8:30, I take my test.
All right. Cool. Oh, there it is. Enjoy your family.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Bye.